my grill. It's like, who's gonna have red bottoms at this prom? Me.
Cash out on a video. Cash out to see the rodeo. But on a shoulder back and nasty.
Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ducette. Today's video is a really exciting video. I'm going to be showing you guys my closet slash beauty room reveal. I turned my extra bedroom into a beauty room slash closet, like just everything beauty kind of room. So obsessed with it. I've been working on this for about 3 months and it's finally all put together. And I wanted to share that with you guys, so that's what this video is going to be. If you want to see that, go ahead and keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. First, I'm going to show you the whole room, and then we can talk about each section of the beauty room, and then I'll tell you guys like more information on where I got everything from, how it was built, how it came about, all of the like information. So I'm gonna roll the video of the whole room and then I'll come back.
I got no self-control and baby you know. I got no self-control and baby you know. Girl, you know what? Keep me in the pain by the tone that you talk. And I couldn't hate you, no girl, not once. That's cause you keep it 101. Nights in the sun, nights in the moon. You got me right where you want. You got me right where you want. Tables are turning, tables are turning, tables are turning up, step on one. Not from my person, not from my person, don't name. Boom, la di da, boom, la di da. Mornings hit different with you.
Okay, now have seen the whole room. Let's talk about each section and kind of like how I put this all together. So the closet in here is from IKEA. It's the IKEA PAX system wardrobe. I designed this on the IKEA website. I actually designed it a couple of different times because originally I was gonna have this wall behind me have shelves as well, but then I decided against it because originally I was going to have hanging clothes on these shelves, but in my home currently I have 3 closets. Primary bedroom, I have a full walk-in closet that is like huge, and then in this room I didn't show you that area, but there's actually a bathroom and a walk-in closet. It's smaller than the one in my primary obviously, but it's still pretty big. Like I'm storing things in there, I'm hanging clothes in there, I keep all my new clothes in there. I figured out, okay, I don't need a spot to hang clothes. I just decided to make this kind of like a display of all of my bags and my shoes, accessories, and I love the way it turned out. I think this just fits me. Like, I wanted it to give that feel of a designer department store. That's why you see like bags with shoes and perfume, and that's why I decided to organize it the way that I did, because I did want it to mimic a store, and it makes sense to me. Like it's a display, but it's also functional for me. I know where things are because of the way I set it up. It makes sense in my head where something would be. Also, the other thing about these shelves is that they're super deep. They're not all the way filled in, but it's something that I can grow into, so I can always put more shoes, put more bags, so much space. I want to go through each, well, I don't think they're called shelves, they're called frames, and show you kind of how I set it up. So this first frame has some of my shoes in my bags, and then I have all my perfumes displayed right here. And then here is the most functional part of these drawers. I originally planned for 6 of these drawers. The thing about these drawers are huge. I used to have a dresser in my bedroom that I gave away. It had 8 drawers and I still had to like stuff things in there. With this, I honestly have so much room still. Like the bottom is not even all the way filled up. I can still put more things in there. So yeah, I just have like some of my pink shoes. I have this bag I got from Spain, and then my glitter shoes, and I kind of just, you know, wanted to play with color. The things up top are shoes that I love, but I don't reach for a lot. I have a little chair here. This frame is from Marshalls or TJ Maxx, but with the pink chair, I thought it would just look so good. That is the first frame. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this next frame is one of my favorites. Love the way that I decorated. This area really does give me like that luxury department store feel. Some of the way I organize it is like it's color coordinated, but then other shelves I decorated like this. It represents like date night, but different aspects of date night. Like I have a boot that I would wear on date night. This bag gives me date night. These shoes give me date night. And then these are like my date night perfumes. So like that's how it makes sense in my head. But then up there are just bags and shoes that I don't really reach for, but they all happen to be green. So I just put them up there. And then this shelf right here, I have this shoe from Guess that went really well with this hat that I have that's like big and pink. And then these shoes I also have it in green, but they're my boyfriend's right now, so once I get those back I will put it on the other side. And then I just have like a room spray that I created. Little area right here I just love because like the yellow and then the yellow perfume, just tying it all together. These are my Poochie heels that I sourced this summer, and then I have another Poochie heel here that's pink, but yellow and pink also go together. Like this just gives me summer and fun, so that's why that looks like that. Like that's how I did it in my head, you know. Jewelry tray is my favorite because this is another one of those things that's like very functional for me. I have so much jewelry, like so much jewelry, and I never found a good way to display all the jewelry or even organize it. I used to have like a jewelry box and then another jewelry box that I kept other things in, and they were just scattered all over the place. So I'm glad to have this where I have everything kind of all in one, and I have room to grow again in this. So I have some sunglasses here, although I have a display for sunglasses. I can always move those over there if I needed more space here. I have all my watches. I have some earrings here that are more bulky, that are just hard to store. I have some sample perfumes here. Then I can always move just my watches, my grill area right here. It has like all of rings, which I have a lot of rings. So it's just nice to have a place where everything is displayed. I can fit everything. I can look here and see what I have, what I need. That's really why I wanted this pack system, because I was sick of how I was organizing my like accessories and stuff. I never felt like I knew what I had and what I didn't. So then I would buy things over and over again, and then I'd be like, oh, I have this. I actually needed something different. Because I'm a visual person, this really helps. Get a pack system and you don't know how to organize your jewelry and you have a lot of jewelry, make sure you get this jewelry tray in there somewhere because it's super, super helpful. I have some hats, some shoes, a perfume. I have some things stored like in the back over here. And yeah, and this is more of my neutral area. And then at the very bottom, I just have some of my sneakers. Because I have quite a few sneakers, so I just have those at the bottom. They're not that special. Next area is one of my favorites as well. I love the way I have this display. Here is my sunglass display. So I have a lot of sunglasses. As you can see from the other tray with my jewelry, I actually have some sunglasses there. I wanted a way to display them. Yeah, this just kind of reminds me, you know, when you go to a department store and they have all these sunglasses displayed and you just open it up and you try them on. That's what kind of this reminds me of. So like, yeah, I can just try on my sunglasses and be like, oh, I want to wear this one for the day, or I want to wear these ones. And then something I also struggled with organizing were my sunglasses, and I never knew like what sunglasses I have and which one I didn't. This again helps me just see it, know where it is, easy to get access to. But the rest of it, these boots, I knew when I bought these boots that I would want to display them, so they had to be front and center. Like the pink fur with the brown, I just love being able to see my pieces like this. Like there's no other better feeling in the world. And then at the very bottom, which I'm pretty sure you can't see, is some boxes from like my luxury items. So I just put them there. Again, that's another shelf where I can grow into if I buy more shoes. They're gonna be down there. These iconic red bottoms that I had my dad buy me for my, I don't know if it was my junior prom or my senior year prom or homecoming, but I wanted a pair of red bottoms because I was just like, who's gonna have red bottoms at this prom? Me. Nobody else but me. I've kept them all these years. I'm currently 30, so these been in my collection for a long time. They were my first designer shoe, and I think I've only worn them once. But when I got this Playboy bag, I knew, I was like, oh, I have to display this with my red bottoms, because Playboy red bottoms, these kind of red bottoms specifically, it just brings you back to a certain era, and that's what this shelf kind of represents. So this is the only area that I have to really hang like my thigh-high boots and stuff. My taller boots are hung up here. I don't have a lot of boots because I have really big calves. Like I have Derrick Henry calves. And it's really hard to find cute boots that are offered in wide calf options. So I don't have a lot of boots because of that. So, but I wanted to display some of my boots that I do have. Yeah, that's like all my shelving stuff. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of my vanity. This vanity is actually a DIY project. So these, also from IKEA, these are two Alex drawers. And they're connected by this pull-out tray where I have all of my makeup organized, and then a glass shelf. And it's just a great way to store makeup and a whole bunch of things. I have makeup, hair tools, and hair accessories. I have my laptop, some of my like techie stuff in here. I wouldn't say it's an easy DIY. It kind of took some like working through, but it all came together. And the last little part of this room that I want to show you guys is this big old mirror that I got from Home Goods. It was like one of the first pieces I bought for this room because I knew I wanted a big old mirror in here. I love how when I take a picture, it gets the back of the PAX lights on it from Amazon. And this is an 80 by 40 inch mirror. It's so big. It's great for outfit pics. The last piece of this room, and then now we're going to talk about all the specs. Okay, this portion of the video I'm going to give you guys a little bit more information on the sizes and where you can get everything and how you can get everything. So I got my notebook here. I wrote some things down. I had an IKEA PAX system before. You may not know how to go about it. I had to do some research online before I got the PAX system, so I kind of just want to give you guys like the information that I learned, and then the things that I learned when I actually got the things. I have three 39-inch frames, and then I have a 29-inch, which is the one at the very end of the PAX system. So they have two colors, at least for the US. There's a white and then there's a gray beige. I obviously have the gray beige. Like the drawers, I have two glass trays, and then I have two pull-out trays, and then I have the inserts for the jewelry. and then I have the inserts just for my sunglasses, and then I have like all the shelves. So that's kind of like the breakdown of like everything that I have. Oh, I also have the valet hanger. So the valet hanger is something that I wanted. Since I don't have hanging space in this closet, I still, when I'm getting ready, I still want to like hang my outfits of the day, or like outfits I'm thinking about putting on, things like that. So I bought that I think about a week ago, and I just installed it. It was really easy to install, and it's only $5. Usually you'll install it at like the end of the PAX system, but since all the ends are like by the wall, I just installed it in the middle. Sometimes you go on the IKEA website and you design this, you go ahead and you buy everything. There is an option to have a task rabbit come and assemble this. I chose that option. So somebody came after this was delivered and they put this all together. They were here from 9 a.m. to about 2 p.m. If you have a bigger wardrobe being built, it might take it will take longer, or it might actually take days for them to complete it, especially if it's only one person. I honestly think this is a two-person job. I don't understand how he did this all by himself. And he was super sweet. He was super nice. I told him to like move some shelves around. He did it with no issue. But it did take him like half of a day to put this together. So if you're getting a bigger closet build, just keep that in mind. I wouldn't do this myself because it's a lot of work, one, and I'm a tiny little girl. Like, I love building things, but this would be too much for me to build. So just keep that in mind when you're buying this, that IKEA does have that option to have this assembled. My only problem with that was when I picked my date and stuff like that, it sent me an email saying, okay, we'll let you know. TaxRabbit sent me an email and said, hey, we'll let you know when who your tasker is going to be, and when about 24 hours before your job. Like the day before I was traveling, and so I didn't check it, and then the day of I realized like, oh, it's almost the time that somebody was supposed to come, and I don't have any information. So I called them, and they were like the tasker never accepted the job, but like nobody had contacted me from IKEA or TaskRabbit to tell me I had to reschedule or anything like that. And then it was just a back and forth game between IKEA and TaskRabbit until I got somebody that was able to reschedule things for me. Because the booking is through IKEA to TaskRabbit, I was not able to reschedule it on my own, but they decided to communicate with me. That was really frustrating. But after it got built, I got over it because the guy who ended up building this was super nice, like I said, and he did a really good job. No issues beyond that. Let's get into some tips and tricks. One thing I would say is go into IKEA and look at the wardrobes in person so you can see how big they are, how much room they have, so you can figure out what sizes you want. Do you want a 39 inch? Do you want a 29? And then there's a 19 inch. There's also corner units that I was going to actually put right here, but I decided not to. And I went to the store and I realized how deep and big the drawers were. I was like, that's how I was able to determine that I didn't need a 6th drawer, even though I wanted one, that I could just do with a 5th one. Because I had seen it in person and I was like, oh, I can fit all my stuff in there, you know? So I would just go in person and see how it looks like. The second thing, measure your space really well. Measuring tape app on your phone, that's what I used to measure this room, and all the measurements were correct. The most important measurement is going to be how high your ceilings are, because there's this one is the tallest one, and it is the 93 inch. There's also a 79 inch. So you don't want to get one that's too tall and then it doesn't fit in your room because your ceiling. The PAX system comes with lights, but when I was doing the math, those lights, for how many lights I wanted, they're really it was going to be really expensive. So I opted to get lights from Amazon. I will link I will link everything down below, but I'll especially link the lights. So I have these lights that are rechargeable, and then I can control it through this remote right here. So I can turn off and turn on all the lights. I can dim them. I can set them for a certain number of hours. They're also motion sensors, so I can do that. But I don't like the motion sensor thing. Easy to install. I also have charging stations for them because they're not battery operated. So I have 2 charging stations. In the 2 weeks that I've had the lights on, I've only had to charge them once, and I always have this on. And these lights are so bright that at night when I have everything else off, it illuminates the room like all my lights are on, and so it's amazing. You search IKEA Vanity DIY on TikTok or YouTube, you will see how to put it together. But basically I got 2 Alex drawers, and then I got the glass shelf, the glass shelf, and then I got the pull-out tray, and then I got the insert with to like organize all my makeup. And the Alex drawers were originally white, and I used what did I use? I used a wood wallpaper that like sticks on, that it's originally white. I only did it on the front of it, like on the sides of my Alex drawers you can see that it's white. I just didn't feel like doing the other side. I didn't really think it mattered. I like the way it looks though. The glass shelf and the sliding tray in this gray beige color. They don't have the Alex drawers in the gray beige color yet. Let's see what else. My mirror is from Home Goods. You just have to go into Home Goods and see if you can find it. And then I have these curtains from Amazon. I will link that, and my curtain rods. I'll link everything that I have here from Amazon down below. I'll also link everything that I have from my IKEA PAX system in my description box for you all if you're looking to purchase an IKEA PAX system. But yeah, I think that's all. So we have come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. This is something I've been wanting to do, like I said, for a really long time. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to do this, and I'm so blessed to be able to do this for myself. When I was growing up and I would watch all the influencers, all the content creators that I loved here on YouTube, and they would have like a beauty room with all their stuff, and I was just so in love with that I always used to tell myself, like when I got older, that's something I wanted to do. And I can't believe I did it, but sometimes I get so emotional being in this room and just playing in my closet and like trying things on. Being girly, it brings me so much joy because I'm a girl that truly loves bags, shoes, makeup, hair, all the things, all the girly things. That is like a bit of me. Like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and comment below what your favorite part of my beauty room was. If you have a beauty room, tell me how you designed it, or if you want a beauty room, tell me how you would design it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.